No, I'm not going to languish on this like Sydney Watson is. You guys remember back in the day, it was not very well received, okay? Obviously, I can take a look at the metrics, and maybe some of the people that I pissed off decided to flag some stuff on my channel. Not like I'm bitter or anything like that, you bunch of bitches. Fucking grow up, for Christ's sakes. Oh my god, I criticized one of your queens that was out there. Took a look at the evidence and then said, yeah, she's totally fine for fat shaming, but you know, she's kind of getting a little long in the tooth when it comes to milk and this entire thing. And lo and behold, we'll check the date on this one. So this all went down October 10th, and now we're in Newsweek right here. And Lord howdy, before all this stuff, what was she doing? Just a couple of YouTube videos, had a Blaze show or nothing like that. Never had the opportunity to write an op-ed in Newsweek 2 fucking weeks later to tell her side of the story. Yeah, no, definitely nothing fucked about that. But like I said, she was totally fine, 100% within her rights to call fat people fat. I think that shit is fucking hilarious. It is definitely needed in society, bringing shame back to people, especially fat people, because you control every morsel of food that goes into your fat fucking gullet. And if you choose empty calories, you choose to be ridiculed by people who are in much better shape than you. And again, she's not bad, okay? She just, your common thought that's out there, your conserva thought who is just grifting attention. She's not going to be giving this up anytime soon, okay? And good on her for milking this for as long as she can, but you gotta take some responsibility for this shit. But where I'm going to transition on this one here, not like that. That shit is fucking haram. Is that now kind of Joe Biden is kind of weighing in on this, and yeah, I definitely got to take the Sydney Watson side on this one. Okay, just like I said, I'm not gonna linger on this. I'm not gonna be making a whole bunch of fucking videos on this stuff. I'm not gonna be making a bunch of fucking attention-seeking social media posts. I'm just gonna say that Joe Biden is trying real fucking hard to grift for support for some people that don't really like the direction his party are going in this point in time, because they already had kind of a cockeyed look when it came to you giving all of those fucking interviews, the select ones that you do to dudes in dresses. Okay, they were already looking at you like, what's this motherfucker doing? Okay, oh yeah, you think we're all like Cardi B, and you think that, oh yeah, we all go skirt, skirt. And you think, yeah, that's what you think about us. Oh, okay, cool. And now you want to try to pull the race card about us being fat in the air? Fuck is wrong with you? President says airlines forcing customers to pay extra legroom is racist because it hits marginalized Americans and people of color the most. So that's just a soft way of him saying, hey, you got to take it easy on the darkies because they're fatter than other people, Not all people of color, man. I know some colored people that are just as fit and just as healthy as white kids. As he cracks down on excessive fees. I can't believe it's gotten this far, but we're here. President Biden announced a new crackdown on what he describes as junk fees to ease inflation pressures. How about fixing the supply chain, which is still a bitch, but isn't Butt Plug there? I'm sorry, Pete Buttigieg. Buttigieg. Isn't he supposed to be dealing with that supply chain that's still fucked up years later? No, okay, he's still on maternity, paternity, butthole healing time. I don't fucking know, whatever the hell. He just gave birth to another butt baby or something like that. I don't fucking know. He's supposed to be dealing with this shit. Pause. And, how about let some people fucking drill for oil? That could fix inflation. Those are some things that you could actually do, but trying to interfere with the work of private companies, that's interesting. Interesting. Including surprise, motherfucker, legroom charges that he says affects low income and people of color the most. Unfucking believable. I haven't been flued out that much. I haven't been on a plane a whole hell of a lot, mostly because, well, over the past couple of years, it's been impossible for people like me, unjabbed folks, to travel anywhere on an airplane. Okay, I'm not wearing your stupid fucking fruity mask. It's going to say something totally else, but you could probably draw the parallels. And I wasn't going to take your stupid poke just to go a couple of places that I might have wanted to fucking visit. I can do without. And then even beforehand, a couple of times for work-related travel and a couple of vacations. I've never been in anything other than coach or general seating, whatever the fuck they call it, for like WestJet, Air Canada, Delta. Delta was about the nicest plane I was on. That was pretty nice, and that was work related, but that was still no business class. That was no first class or anything like that. And like I said, I've made mention of this a bunch of different times. I'm 6'6". My late, just to get, I guess, a little bit more intimate, ladies, 36-inch inseam. Like, I got big old fucking legs, okay? Like, I'm a big dude, but I fit comfortably, and I have plenty of room, mostly because I'm not a gigantic fat ass. I have plenty of room to sit in these seats, and I've never had a problem with having an inadequate amount of leg room, okay? And I've been on a 5-hour-long plane ride, okay? I've gone from Calgary down to Dallas, Texas. Like, I've been on a fucking long old haul, so... 4 hour? I don't even remember, but it was over 4, but no longer than 5, okay? And I had somebody sat right next to me. It was on a 2x2 seat, or yeah, 2x2 jet, so I don't know what to tell you here, dude. But outside of being wildly racist, you know, there's entire websites dedicated to the people of Walmart. You know, those big fat people that are just fucking puking over the sides of their rascal scooters. I see an awful lot of fucking white people on there too. So you can do the exact same thing for those scooters down there at Disney World as well. So come on now. But this is an obvious pander attempt. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to take a look at those darkies that are out there. We need to make sure that they're not getting charged extra on luxury forms of travel. Not saying that, you know, planes or anything fucking special in today's day and age, but to be completely honest, and it's also showing how out of touch with the actual human being Joe Biden is, which is probably good for the actual person because he gets a little handsy and a little sniffy, that a lot of people, I don't know the percentage of this or anything like that. Like, I don't know how many people have actually been on an airplane. Like, for the first family vacation that we went on that required an airplane trip, I was 20. I was at least legal age because we went to Vegas. So I was either 21 or 22. I think 21? Yeah. So that would have been 2011. So yeah, I was 21. And my father would have been 51 at the time. And that was the first time he was ever on an airplane, and I understand that that's just an anecdotal case. But a lot of people have never, let alone been on an airplane, some of those larger cities, they've never left a few square miles of their fucking place, okay? So he's just wildly out of touch, but go fucking figure. Look, folks, these are junk fees. They're unfair. Hidden marginalized Americans. Oh, if you're worried about the hidden marginalized Americans being hit by extra legroom fees, I don't think they're hidden all that much. The hardest, especially low-income folks and people of color. It's just so he just continues to lump all of the fucking special interest groups together, not understanding the overarching implications there within. He's a special boy. Some scratch their heads at Biden making legroom charges a race issue. These people literally have one talking point. One Newsweek opinion editor Josh Hammer, sweet last name, wrote on Twitter. Biden suggested the actions be taking could save Americans on Thanksgiving travel. Unfucking believable. Just the most luxury of expenditures we're dealing with here. Unbelievable. Here's a lot of money, he insisted. There's billions of dollars. That doesn't add up to billions of individuals, but it adds up to 200, 300, 400 for average families, man. What, you're saying that everybody in these the colored families are all fat and require extra legroom? That's interesting. This dude right here, what a special little boy. Late last month, the Transportation Department issued a new rule that airlines and third-party tickets agents would have to display additional charges, such as those for checked baggage on flight charges. So they did this last month, and now he's making the proclamation. Me wonders if he's not just using this as a ploy for, hey, black people, I got your back if you ever need to fly, because we know you don't like ships. So if you don't want to be cramped, I got your back. Make sure you vote Democrat, and we'll care about you again in a couple of years. Which is funny, given the comments of Ice Cube. I gotta work that into another video. I'll probably write that down and make it work with it. Anyways, no, I'm just brainstorming. Anyways, it's something that Joe Biden can't do. Oh, that came as the department tightened rules on what airline must compensate passengers for canceled or delayed flights. The department is still working on forcing airlines to give refunds for services like onboard Wi-Fi that does not work. Why are you doing that stuff? Forcing companies to do anything. That almost sounds like... God, what's that political ideology that marries the government with private industry, but then still allows them to maintain their privacy, at least in a public-facing fashion? Can't quite think about it. Oh, but public fashion, oh, okay, right. Oh man, what does Kane have to say about this? Glenn Jacobs, the dude Kane from the Fed. Not that type of Fed. WWE, right? I've long felt that airline seating is extraordinarily unfair for oversized people. Yeah, because Glenn Jacobs is in on or around 7 feet tall, 300 bills, okay? He's a big boy. Such as myself, and warrants federal intervention. Thanks to POTUS for giving this crucial issue the attention it deserves. For those lacking a sense of humor, that is called sarcasm. Yeah, fucking right. God, he's a good mayor and a smart dude. Nobody except for a couple of those fucking cunty activists that call themselves female wrestlers now have a bad thing to say about Glenn Jacobs. Josh Hammer. These people have literally one talking point. Literally, guys, they got one talking point. One. Dear people of color, care of Mike Davis. Apparently, President Biden doesn't think you're smart enough to upgrade to Economy Plus. No, they can't afford it, man. Like, what's Economy Plus? Like an extra $50? Like, come on now. Stop it. Get some help. Frank J. Fleming. Things are looking bad for Democrats, but will the message of airlines charging extra for more legroom hurts minorities turn things around? Yeah, maybe, okay, because the whole idea that, listen, man, we're going to charge for how much gold flake is actually in your cake instead of just taking an estimate, because that's not fair, and it directly affects the poorest and the blackest of communities. What? The ticket prices and differential. Oh, more legroom is pretty transparent, and by that logic, yacht manufacturers compared to dinghy manufacturers are disproportionately affecting marginalized groups. Yeah, exactly. See, some people already see the blatant ploy to try to appeal to a community that they're shrinking in control over. Very, very funny. And very, very true. These desperate grabs at relevance, okay? Because, yeah, what are the Democrats doing right now? They're pandering to this fucking trans alliance with that stupid fucking blockheaded beauty TikToker, whatever the fuck it is, sitting there giving an exclusive interview for, This Now in Democracy or some dumb shit like that. Pandering to a fraction of a percentage of people that are out there. Okay, and then thinking what? You're just going to attract the people that want to be trans allies or some dumb shit like that because you think that all people are a monolith? You fit nicely and perfectly into little groups that are out there. And if I pander to you, you're just automatically going to support me and my fucking team. And we'll just, pay you platitudes every couple of years whenever you need your votes. And other than that, just make sure that you fly in comfort, darky. Just away from me, though. I take Air Force One. But every once in a while, guys, the mask slips a bit, and that's what I see right here. It's a blatant ploy. It's a blatant attempt. It's a little bit of no, here, just take some table scraps and make sure that you continue to vote Democrat. But I think everybody's starting to get hip to this fucking dumb situation. And I think the revelations on the 8th, and then again in a couple of years, are really just going to speak for themselves. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.